Jeff, you've called Warfield, in a sense, a Renaissance man. And we're going to walk through some of his works as you demonstrate your case for calling him that. But first off, I suppose, I mean, maybe it's an obvious question, but it's where you start in the article. What do you mean by that? And how is Warfield one of these people, a Renaissance man?
Right. The expression means a person who has studied in a broad range of topics and is thoroughly familiar with them. It's not just a facile understanding of various topics or disciplines, not so much topics per se, but disciplines. And Warfield, in my opinion, demonstrates his mastery of the whole spectrum of what we would now call, what was called then and we call now, the theological encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's interesting to discuss Warfield, and when you look at his works, depending on the era in which you're looking, you might think he's either a New Testament scholar or a systematician.
Right.
He's somebody that kind of stretches both. I suppose he's done some historical theology as well, as any good theologian would do. But he doesn't fit into a one single neat and tidy category. But he isn't exactly like a total polymath in terms of his written output. But it is much more extensive and broad than we find among most people today.
Yeah. Now he may have, well, because he was an editor of a journal for animal husbandry. He no doubt published things that I wouldn't.
That means raising animals, just in case people don't know the old-fashioned term.
Yeah,
he wasn't looking to get them, to make husbands of the animals amongst themselves or anything like that.
Yeah, I have no idea why that word is applied to caring for animals. Just that it's the care, it's the care. And breeding, I guess, right?
I think it might have more to say about how women view men or something, and as their spouse.
Could be. Men. When as a single guy, we used to say, give me a couch and a field, I'll be okay.
Well, if you go to a dance by yourself, you're going stag, or young men are often considered as wild animals, wild stallions, and then the wife settles them down. They make a husband out of them. So I guess that's what you do with an animal when you're raising them and breeding them. You got to domesticate them. So if you become a husband, maybe that's what it means. At least that's what I'm saying it means.
So Warfield. Now, some of that he was an editor of a journal on caring, breeding and whatever, before he ever went to seminary. So this is either before he went to college, during his college, but before he entered seminary. So because he was born in Kentucky, 1851, dies 1921. So he was 70 years old in rounded numbers when he passed away. Mm-hmm. He comes from, the Lexington, Kentucky area, which is horse country.
Oh yeah.
Bluegrass country. So it's in his blood. So he's also drawn to scientific theory, the latest scientific theories, which of course the big one would have been evolution and Darwin's writings on that topic. And that's one of those ongoing debates. How much influence does Darwin have on Warfield? And of course, that's one of those questions where you have to probably take into consideration at what point in time are you referring to? Early, mid, late, young theologian, mature theologian. There are differences. And for instance, Fred Zaspel in his fine exposition of Warfield's life and theology takes issue with the views of Mark Knoll and David Livingstone, and probably Brad Gundlach as well, who see more of a theistic evolutionary view being upheld by Warfield. And Zaspel says that early on, yes, but later on that changed.
So